Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're actually getting into another review. This is the My Passport. It's a external hard drive. Now, the reason why we're taking a look at this in regards to this channel, and obviously, like I said before in the past, this channel is all about things like improvement, how to carry yourself, and those other kind of sorts of things. The reason why this is important, besides for backing up your files, which everyone should be organized, and I think that's always an important thing in your life in general. And since we're now in the digital age, it's important to have everything backed up. But specifically, I purchased this for backing up photos, and that's one of the things I really want to suggest because I've always had external hard drives for backing up photos. Now we're definitely in an age where, like I said, you have many reasons and reasons of why you would want to have an external hard drive on hand. But I also just want to point out the fact that, like I said, going into the whole photos thing, a lot of people this day and age, especially with our phones, we take a lot of photos. We have them all on our phones. It's bad enough we don't print them. Should get into the habit of printing them. And that's one thing I want to make note of because people don't really print them anymore. And it's good to have photo albums around the house in general because, you want to be able to have where your kids or loved ones come by. They can look at the photo albums the way people used to do in the old days rather than it's just sitting on your phone and nothing ever happens to it. In addition, what happens if, something happens to your phone? And that's where we're getting to the point here about you want to be able to back up your photos and have them in a safe place where you don't have to worry about they're all stuck on your phone and you're not able to, say if something happens to your phone, you lose all your photos. And I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people. In addition, you don't want to necessarily just leave them on a hard drive of a computer because first off, those are not usually not going to be made to have that much space on them. And even if you did have a computer with a whole bunch of a couple of terabytes of space, at a certain point in time when your computer gets outdated after maybe a good 9, 10 years or whatever the case is, and it's time for you to get a new computer, you aren't going to want to now transfer all those files to a newer computer. And in addition to that, you aren't going to want to just leave them on that computer as a storage container or bank because what's going to happen is when it starts getting too outdated for the software, you're not even going to be able to pull those photos probably off of it because certain equipment may not even work with the computer to even get it off or to transfer it or translate it. So we're going to get into this here. Now, it's nothing exciting to see, so there's going to be a pretty short unboxing, but it's really just about the point of why you guys should be picking something like this up. It should work on your Mac or your Windows computer. But what I've found is that the older ones in the past, used to be compatible with both. And I used to have an older one way back in the days that was 750 gigs, and it used to be compatible with both Mac and Windows. Now, the way they work is they try to make it where you have to format it for either one or the other. There is a way to get around that. You might have to try to, look it up online to figure out, YouTube it. There are ways where you can make it compatible with both, but generally speaking, out the box, they try to make it where you have to adapt it to one software or the other, and then it cannot work with the opposite one that you didn't adapt it to. Let's see here. A bit of information on there for whatever that means. To be honest with you, I'm not that tech savvy to know what that means, but it says it's encrypted. There goes some of the things. You can pause that and read for yourself the compatibility with the different setups. So it says Windows, it says Chrome. And then it says something about the Mac and some details on it in terms of reformatting. What comes in the box is just a USB 3.0 cable. So this particular one, I'm going to have the link in the description, does not come with USB-C. Unfortunately, you could find one that will, and it's going to most likely be a bit more expensive. This I happen to catch at a pretty decent deal. So if you just need some extra space, You can catch these ones for a decent deal, but it will probably cost you a little bit more to go for the USB-C. If you find a decent deal on a USB-C one, I would definitely go for that because that's obviously where we're transitioning to. But with that being said, you guys, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.